Hi everyone, welcome back. I am back. I really didn't intend on going on such a hiatus. I honestly, the month of February is a complete and total blur to me. I honestly don't remember what happened. I have, I had COVID in January. When I finally got over that, my wisdom tooth decided to just be a pain, and then so I had to wait a week with a bad wisdom tooth to get to a dentist, and then the dentist said we can't do anything for you. The roots of your tooth are too close to the nerves in your jaw, so you'll have to go on this 2-year waiting list to go see a surgeon. But we'll do a clean for you just to get rid of any infections or anything like that, just a nice deep clean. So I had my mouth stretched open for I think about half an hour, 25 minutes. It was horrendous. My jaw was so sore afterwards. It was an awful experience. I felt really vulnerable and really weird afterwards. I really didn't like it. I've had teeth pulled before and it never hurt. Like after all the anesthetic and stuff wore off, it never bothered me. But this was atrocious. It was terrible. Would not recommend. So it took a week for my jaw to actually function again. Like I couldn't open my mouth very wide. I was on soft foods and smoothies for about a week just because the pain was so intense. Could barely put like Panadol or Nurofen into my mouth to even get some sort of pain relief. It was awful. And then after that, when I finally got better from my jaw being snapped open, I got a cold from my son. And then when that finally went away, my husband took a week off of work just to have some time at home, just to relax. So my routines have been all out of whack, and it's really hard to get back into to get back motivation, to get back into routines after you spent essentially a month and a half just vegging. Like I had no energy after COVID, and my tooth was really, really sore, so I couldn't talk, I couldn't really do anything. I had just no motivation. So luckily this past week, and even this week now, this week coming, I'm slowly getting back into routines. My kids are slowly getting back into routines. So hopefully I'll be back properly. I am really sorry that I disappeared for so long. I didn't mean to. I really didn't. I enjoy doing YouTube, but hopefully it is done. I haven't really got much news to really talk about at length. I did pre-order the olive. There is a company in Australia, journals.net.au. They're offering a pre-order at the moment rather than just wait until it releases. They actually got a pre-order up, so as soon as they come in, they get sent to you, which is amazing. I am so excited. I'm really glad that I did that. It's peace of mind. I've paid for it. I don't have to save up for it anymore. It's all done. No more temptation to spend that money sitting there waiting. It's done. I'm so excited. Also, if you are in Australia, I'm not, even if it's worth it, checking out if you're not in Australia, I'm not sure. But in Australia specifically, it is going a little cheaper at journals.net.au. I've been seeing it around 88 to 90 elsewhere, whereas they're selling it for like the flat 79, which I really appreciate. Well, 79.95, so it's not a flat number, but it's the number that you sort of expect when you buy a traveler's notebook. So, if it is something that you're conscious about, saving that little bit of money. Also, it's free shipping over $75, and if you're getting a regular, the regulars are 80, so or 79.95. So it is, you get free shipping as well. So it's just all very nice. The one thing I'm not super excited about is they didn't offer express shipping. I am the sort of person, if I want something, I will pay express. And especially the olive, I'm so excited about the olive. So yes, I'm a little bit disappointed in that, but at the same time, it's fine. Again, the peace of mind is what I was happy about. That is the main thing. I technically own an olive now. Technically. I just need to get it in my hands. So it's only a little over a month now to go, which is so exciting. It's the 13th today. I'm pretty sure they're getting released on the 13th or the 11th or something. I think I've seen the 11th and the 13th thrown around, so maybe it's like, depending on where you're getting it, is the date, sorry. So I don't know, but I'm just happy that I have it. Something else that has been it's not a recent purchase, but it's just recently arrived. And by recently, again, within the last month that I haven't been on YouTube, is my new notebook cover. So my daughter spilt archival ink all over my white flowery A6 notebook cover, the one I was using before the Hobonichi cover. And I tried to salvage it. I tried to get rid of the stain. I tried to see if I could just repair it in some way, like put a new cover on it, and it was really old. It wasn't extremely well made. It was quite a cheap sort of in place of kind of cover. So I was a little bit sad because obviously it was really pretty and I liked it, but also not completely sad because it means I got to buy a new cover, a new notebook cover, and we know I'm a sucker for notebook covers. So I was looking on Etsy and I found a really beautiful cover. It's basically the same color as my tablecloth right now. It's like that beigey color. I love it. I got so excited about it. When I noticed it, it said it was Mina Pahonen design. And I was like, oh, maybe I'm like buying from a reseller or whatever from like Hobonichi, because not being in the Hobonichi world or any sort of fabric world, I guess, I didn't realize that Mina Pahonen was its own brand. Like, I didn't realize you could go onto Mina Pahonen's website and buy material. You can go and just buy the material that you see on Hobonichi covers and just do what you want with it. Like, it's literally just fabric. So they've bought Mina Pahonen fabric and made their own like Hobonichi covers, and it's this beautiful tangerine. I think you see it in this video quickly. When I do these sort of music journals, I have to write out the lyrics to the songs on a different piece of paper just so I don't have to use my phone. I know most of the songs I write down off by heart if I hear the song, but because I'm using my phone to record, I can't listen to music at the same time, and it's a pain to edit with. And sometimes I just don't have the song in my head at the time. Like, I'll be like this song Crave by Paramore. I probably won't even sing that. I was probably singing some sort of random 80s song. My husband is a jukebox. He'll randomly start singing songs and they're always amazingly catchy. So they'll just get stuck in my head and I won't be able to get rid of them for hours. So yeah, so you'll potentially see the notebook cover in this video very quickly, very vaguely, so you'll understand what I'm talking about. You'll know it's a Mina Pahonen because it's the I think it's called a tangerine pattern. It's the circle pattern. I see a lot the navy blue with the white a lot. This one is like the beige color with the creamy circles. It's gorgeous. I fell in love with it immediately. One of the main drives behind why I got it was it looks really good next to the navy, my actual Hobonichi cover for my planner. I know that's silly, but I don't know. I like things to be pretty looking, and I love it. I think it's gorgeous. It's one of the notebooks that I use quite a bit. It is the house for the notebook that I just write random stuff in. I think I called it a commonplace book at one point, but watching videos about commonplace books and commonplacing and things like that, it's definitely not that. I write lyrics down, but also there is random notes about D&D characters in here. There's trying to figure out pricing for products. There's ideas for future products. There's random notes like I have a list of all the flowers in Animal Crossing because I want to make a rainbow field. I love a rainbow field. So you got to have a rainbow field in Animal Crossing. I don't know why, but that's just how I like it. There's shopping lists in here. There's just a bunch of random stuff in here that none of it goes together. It's literally I don't often have scrap pieces of paper around. I recycle them quickly or I hoard them away for journaling. So I very rarely have scrap pieces of paper to just write random notes in. And I like having all my notes in one spot because, if I ever need to go back to it, I know it's in one place rather than potentially in the bin. So that's just something that I do. Sometimes there's little memo pads in here that I've just sticky taped in because it was the closest thing to me, and I have a brainwave and I, get lazy and couldn't be bothered standing up. But yeah, so it's probably my most used book because I do, need to rant about random ideas or anything often. Meal plans are in there. There's something else that I do in there. Again, it's just a bunch of randomness. It's the book I'm using currently is the Midori Grid, like the A6 size. It's nearly finished. I think looking at it now, I do probably want to try and make it a little bit neater. Not so much neater, more in the way of I sometimes will just randomly open to a blank page and write in it, regardless of where in the book I'm up to. I'm pretty bad with that. So I think maybe for the next book, I might actually try and be a bit more space conscious and try. Yeah, here it is. Oh my gosh. You see it. You saw it. Yay. Isn't it pretty? But yes, I might try and be a little bit more space conscious in the next book. I don't know if I want to get a Midori next. It's a nice page, but I don't like the blue grid. The blue grid is odd to me. I want my grey grid or my black grid back. But anyway, that's really it. That's all I really have had to say lately. That's all that's really been happening. Pretty chill these days. So I really hope that you are all well and that March is treating you well. And I shall see you guys hopefully next week if I can organize myself enough. Okay, bye.